A thing to note about personal identity is the dichotomy of the extrovert and the introvert. Psychology has done many studies over the past decades about how personalities basically fit into these two categories. And this follows esoteric tradition of, dialectics and duality in terms of expansion contraction. So we have the extroverts who are basically known as the creatives and the people who are initiating new things on the outskirts of what is possible, kind of. And then we have the people who maintain those things that the creatives have established, and they kind of stay the course for that particular possibility or avenue of thinking. So that can range anywhere from any kind of industry that you can think of, any category of life that applies to. So the extrovert being the creative and the introvert being more of the worker, or being more of the person who sees things to the end. So the creative can be fickle, and it's not always a great thing to be creative because there's a lot of obscurities and shortcomings that comes with being that. So it's not about being one or the other, really, because in the center it is the people who work and do the everyday tasks that are necessary to see something through. That's very much a introvert or a conservative type person. Extroverted people tend to be much more flighty, be from here one day, gone the next type thing. So the point is not to be one or the other. The point is to be a balance of both. I know that's really difficult, and that's really I think what the meat and potatoes of life is, if you are to get that analogy. But so this is important because the introvert extrovert side of your identity, whether you identify strongly with one or the other, maybe taking a look and evaluating if you can move towards the other. Maybe if you feel like you are unhealthy or stuck or really hindered in some way, blocked, limited, if you feel limited, then think about maybe doing what the opposite entails, doing what the inverse of your natural kind of proclivity would demand or inspire you to do. But I think it is about also being authentic. So, if you're, of course, doing it out of just necessity and doing it because you want to get ahead in life or something, then yeah, and that could go against your spirit. So I would take things a step at a time. But in my personal experience, I tend to be more flighty. I'm an air sign. I have a lot of ideas. I tend to take action on those things, but I don't always finish things. So the thing I have to focus on in life is grounding myself and being more conservative and being more of an introvert, because I have a natural tendency to kind of go about from conversation and relationship to relationship and stuff like that. So being more independent has helped me, and I have been more productive in my entire life through this experience of being introverted and coming to the realization that hard work is important, and there is immense benefits to that for me, myself. So creativity, that's a argued thing in our culture, and it is really something that has been worked out of our natural life, so that we could fit the molds of the classroom, of the workshop, or the industrial floor of the the factories. So I think as a country and as a culture, as in the United States, we're moving out of that, because there's less and less factories. Of course, there's actually an influx of more of that in our state, Arizona, but also in our country, since politics aside, we're becoming more of a self-sustaining country. But I think that if you really practice this, if you this is also in astrology, with the various polarities of just about in any esoteric tradition, you're gonna find polarity, and how it relates to the mind, and how it's basically jurisdicts our everyday thinking and our everyday actions. So if you see yourself as a creative, if you see yourself as someone who's not so creative, I challenge you to rethink your identity, because it is possible for you to take up something that you are not used to, or you're not good at, and to actually become efficient at that, and proficient, and even like masterful, if you want to take it that route. But yes, I think that creativity is maybe something that's romanticized in culture, and it's romanticized in our social media, because what you don't see in the videos and the pictures are the hard-working introverts who don't speak about their ideas and speak about their doings and their happenings every day. So just take a real hard look at that and see that there are creatives out there that are struggling, and there's creatives that are not being fulfilled in many ways because of their insistence upon that identity, that they have to be an artist, or they have to be an architect, or someone who is a culinary baker or something. Just for example, that it's important. Creatives will go crazy. If you're really creative, you will not be healthy, and you will absolutely go mad inside of a routine, everyday kind of managerial or top-down kind of hierarchy structure. You're going to go crazy because you want to try new things, experiment, follow the natural kind of inspirations and the ideas that you get. So and then on the other hand, if you feel unstable in being a creative, if you feel like you can't make a living, or that you feel insecure, that it's not worth it for you to continue to go after this idea or this, ideology of being a rock star, being a painter, being a, I don't know, graphic artist, or could be anything. So the idea there is to just kind of integrate your creativity into something else other than what is that you have identified for so long, and what you have continually insisted upon being. So yeah, this video is a little bit longer than what I expected it to be, and it's been a while since I've posted a video. So hopefully I can continue to do this. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you on the next one.